Let's just take a moment here. If you're finding this reading, whether or not you know me, there's an energy of taking a moment to slow down. If you don't have time to really sit with this message, save it for another time when you have the availability to be as present as possible. Just clearing. Yeah. Wow, as soon as I just dropped into this space with you guys, there's this it reminds me of something that we used to do as camp counselors. When the kids were talking, we'd go, and a hush fell over the crowd, and all the kids would go, hush. And that would get them to be quiet. And it almost feels like that's happening at a mental level to a certain degree where things are quieting down. I have my astro dice here, and I wanted to use these as a sort of indicator for this reading because I'm right here present with you guys. I'm along for the ride. We're here. We're going to read cards, intuit, channel. Whatever I roll here is going to indicate the main theme. We have Mars in Capricorn in the 5th house, your creative drive, your desire to build something, a legacy around your creations, okay? Ooh, and Capricorn for me, I interpret the astrological signs a little bit different, and that's going to lead me into my introduction. For those of you who actually haven't met me, I'm Izzy. I go by 8th House Mercury here, and on my other account where it's tagged down below, I go by Astrania, and I'm an evolutionary astrologer. That's the heart of what I do. So astrology is kind of that foundational piece for me. And through the 12 years of study that I've been on in this journey of unfolding the cosmic blueprint, the archetype of Capricorn is seen as this very masculine sign, and it is not, friends. Earth is a feminine or receptive modality. And so when we look at the last Earth sign, we're looking at the energy of the crone. And some of you may have seen my most recent message, and that might resonate with you, a message from the grandmothers. And that sort of energy is coming up again. And ironically, I'm wearing my sister-in-law's great grandmother's sweater here. It's got a cat on it. She gifted this to me, and I adore her great grandmother who passed a few years ago. Just a very when I wear this, I feel so held. And I wasn't super close to her personally, but it's just that energetic thread of the grandmothers coming up, and I'm starting to get warm as we're deepening into this channel. And so when we have Capricorn in the 5th house and Mars as well, there's something about taking action around your creative desires, your creative pursuits. There's something that wants to move through you, and it's really talking about this creative genius. I just heard there's this sort of thing that you perceive as standing in your way. We're going to talk about that. Let me know where your guys' Mars placement is. My Mars is in Taurus. Slow and steady. Takes some time for me to get going, but once I'm going, can't stop me. I'm like a boulder. Are you kidding me? 10th house. There's this, and Uranus. Oh my gosh. Okay. And Virgo energy as well. Okay. I have, you might be a cardinal rising. So, Virgo, Pisces, or not cardinal, mutable rising, Virgo, Pisces, Sagittarius, Gemini, potentially. Okay. Immediately with these 3 cards coming out, 10th house, Uranus, and Virgo. The 10th house it's ruled by Capricorn too. That's why I'm talking about your pursuit and the thing that your legacy. The 10th house is the highest point in your natal chart. It rules it's the cusp of your MC, so that highest point. If any of you are interested, let's do a natal chart reading. Let's talk about your destiny. I want to sit with you guys. there's something about traditional values when it comes to career that seems to be the thing standing in your way. And with Uranus here, it's literally like, and Uranus and Virgo, it's like, you're not supposed to pursue this in a traditional way. This idea that you have to follow this, I heard the career ladder. And now I'm seeing like, yeah, the steps you take. You start out as like the apprentice and you work your way up and you know, move from server to back of the house to manager to then you're running whatever it is. Like, and it's like, oh, they just showed me, you know how little kids will like try to climb up steps and like skip stairs. Spirit's like, you've been doing that where you skip steps and it's okay. It's okay. And just the Fibonacci sequence that's here on the Uranus card, how it's rotating, it's almost like exponential growth rate. But I heard you just have to start. I feel like you're sitting. That's the thing that's standing in your way that Uranus is really trying to break down, is this Virgo execution where it's like you get so obsessed on the minute details of things that you're like, it has to go this way and this and the spreadsheets and all that. I'm here to tell you, and I say this to personal clients too that do sit with me, my trajectory of building my own business and my space, I've worked for the last 5-6 years in traditional businesses and helping build traditional businesses. And so I know the traditional route, but I'm here to tell you, I didn't go the traditional route whatsoever with building my business. It was all intuitively led. Spirit said, jump. And I said, how high? Oh shit, that high? Okay. But it really is allowing this to shift and change and move. How can we open this view up for you guys? I want to understand how we can open this perspective up. We got Uranus again, guys. Uranus just moved into Gemini. I wouldn't be surprised if you're also a Virgo rising, which means Uranus is transiting your 10th house. It's literally like, haha, get ready. Get ready to rumble. I was hearing that in my head. Before starting this reading was, let's get ready to rumble. It's interesting because winter, the way I have this lined up is like, winter is underneath the 10th house. Uranus is with Uranus and Virgo is with sparks of light. So 10th house in winter, this describing this energy, it's actually that, and I think it's interesting because Capricorn is actually like the winter season. It's the start of winter. And there's something that is really telling here of you don't actually have to push as hard as you think you need to. Okay? You don't need to push as hard. And with Virgo and sparks of light, it's like you already have the system and structure within you to move forward. No matter what change. Spirit just showed me, like, you know, those little sticky hands that you like that are on the string and you go, and like they stick to things and then like slowly like peel off. Spirit's like, yeah, like, wapa. I don't know. That's so interesting. What are we grabbing at? They're like, opportunities are going to come. It's about your dexterity. They're like, we want you to not be so rigid that you can't accept when like new things come to you, that you're so stuck in like a rigid structure. There's something about you being like able to be in a space of receptivity for what comes in and being able to grab what spirit's bringing in. Because I'm seeing like a bunch of things coming in, very 7 of Cups kind of energy where there's a lot available. And it's kind of like that center, that Capricornian center, this winter, this root, the legacy. Because I'm really thinking about the root system now too, the opposite of the 10th house. It's like, How sustainable is your root system? Are you getting the nutrition that you need to move forward? Okay, interesting. I've been holding on to this guy too. I don't even remember what stone this is. If you know, this little tower. Been holding on to this. So we're gonna go a layer deeper, and I've been waiting to pull out this new deck with this reading because I didn't really want to get that quantum to begin with. I wanted to ease us in, and now this creation. I keep hearing you're standing in your own way. There's something about like looking at your shadow, like literally physically, like turning around. Oh, like a time of day. Now I'm seeing like a sundial. Time. Oh, whoa. Okay, whoa, they just did some quantum things in my brain. I freaking love this job. Thank you guys for liking, subscribing, commenting, all the things. It's the best support. Oh my gosh. Ooh. We just split to the High Priestess and the four of spheres. I'm going to just 9, 4, 4, 4 spheres. I'm going to keep those there because what I just saw in my mind's eye is Spirit was breadcrumbing me through like the symbols that made sense to me to understand that like time is actually not a hindrance for you. There's something that you've unlocked within you that allows you to like get more work done in less time. And then also like you don't have to expand or expend as much energy doing what you think you need to do. So there's a reorganizing of priorities, but they showed me like you could do these steps in your sleep, and you actually have been. Some of these bigger pieces, it's like waking up with like the answer. Like if you don't, Spirit wants you to do this. If you have a problem that needs a solution, when you're going to bed, ask Spirit, give me the solution in my sleep so when I wake up tomorrow, like I will know what to do. Try it. Just try it. Just try it, guys. Just give it a shot and give it a little whirl. Because the sundial, the time, they just showed me like time moving rapidly and like almost like a time lapse of things growing. But what happened was it was like a time lapse of things growing that would have taken like a millennia to build. It happened in a day for you, kind of thing, where it's like you're growing again at such an exponential growth rate. My eyes are going back to this Fibonacci sequence here in the is it the, yeah. I just second guessed myself. I'm like, wait. One of my favorite things, back when it was specifically 8th grade, I had an art teacher who was also my math teacher. And she showed me how to draw trees and how they follow the Fibonacci sequence. And she was able to show math to me in art in a way that I was like, whoa, now I'm an astrologer and astrology uses math and now math makes sense. And I also, random sidebar about me, I teach video game design classes. I work in Unity right now. And it's like all these things relate to each other and it's so freaking cool. Okay, now jumping into the High Priestess and the Four of Pentacles. This is the feminine intuitive energy, right? We go the Fool, the Magician, which is the masculine intuitive ability and working with the direct reality, and then the High Priestess. That's where you're at, and I love how there's these orbs happening, and it's almost like you have everything you need like within, and it's a matter of allowing it without. Now I haven't read his interpretation of the Four of Pentacles, but I'm going to. Right, isn't that usually the guy who's sitting with the like, he's got the like pentacle hugged to him, but these interpretations are different. Okay, Four of Spheres. As represented in the image of the heavenly bodies, the ideal of cosmic law manifests in an increasingly dense in a clear crystal ball shape mirroring the world. Maintenance, furthering, and structuring of standard systems of order in the material as well as the ideal sense stand at the center of the Four Spheres. Four Spheres. The ability to fulfill one's duties with care builds the basis for a stable, continual continuation of created material value, as well as for the building of positive characteristics that manifest as reflection of the soul in man. In the ideal case, the depth of inner life finds its expression in love towards its fellow creatures who also benefit from that love. By trusting our inner powers, we avoid the danger of sacrificing spiritual values to a forceful accumulation of material goods, which is due to an exaggerated need for security. What started out as serving the well-being of all concerned quickly becomes a burden. A marked example of material overabundance is the cost of minorities or the environment. There's a shared similarity in the building of character. When the stronger serves the weaker and not the other way around, both will benefit. Here the thought of karma lies near, that in one's own actions contain the cause for future effects. This is so powerful because you are oh my gosh. You have such an inner abundance, and it's a matter of like expressing that. And again, your creativity, there's something inside of you that wants to be made manifest in the physical world that benefits the good of all. You not sharing your art, your creation, your truth, your teachings, your magic with the world is like a net loss for the world. I'm just saying. Like, you would not have these ideas or the desire to create the things that you desire to create if it wasn't meant to be created. Okay? Okay. Very, very beautiful, beautiful energy. Like, it really is, because he goes into both of the expansion. So this astrological significant is Sun, Jupiter, Saturn, and square aspects. Yeah, there's something about expansion and contraction here because Jupiter expands, Saturn contracts, and there's something about like fortifying your. They showed me like roots in and then growing up, and like how a plant grows. It's like the deeper the roots, the bigger the tree, kind of thing. Keywords: putting spiritual values into practice. Productivity, karmic effects, stabilizing structure, creating a foundation, building character, and modesty. There's something about like, the way you talk, the way you build things. It's like, I heard like, go back to your cause. Like, what is your thing? Ooh. They're like, circle back. And they're using a bunch of like meeting terms. Like, we'll circle back to that. What we're going to circle back to right now is this sort of, there it is. This Two of Spheres has been just haunting me. There's something about like balancing your inner realm and the outer world. It's like really, really apparent right now. But what I wanted to circle back to, they're like the Two of Spheres, balance, 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 balance. I lost it. It's gone. Maybe they're like, they kept me circling. Okay. What else here? Ace of Cups. I don't think you realize how yeah, you don't realize how emotionally fulfilling following your dreams would be because you haven't done it. Because like you've tried and you failed and you've like had those moments of like scraping your knees, right? I'm going to tell you guys a little story about little Izzy. Little Izzy. By the way, she's in the frame. This frame she's in is the same grandma that this sweater belongs to. Okay. I didn't learn how to ride my bike until I was 12 because I was terrified of getting hurt. That was the kind of kid I was. I was petrified of like pain and like, yeah, bad things, just always petrified of it. And then, like I had fallen off my bike and scraped my knee after learning it, and it wasn't that bad, right? Did it stop me from riding my bike? No, it didn't. And there's something about that where it's like the pain, you need to like scrub that wound a little bit more, right? Pour some hydrogen peroxide on the wound of like not having your instant magical success. Let's be real. Again, about the foundational piece that was coming in with this Four of Pentacles, like there's something that is desiring to be built slow and steady. Now they're showing me Saturn in Aries right now. Everybody's trying to rush forward because Mars is in Aries right now, and Saturn and Neptune both have the reins. I wrote about this in my newsletter. You guys can subscribe below. Totally free. Every Monday I send out the astro forecast for the week ahead. Saturn and Neptune are holding the reins on Mars and Aries right now and bringing us back to our why. Why? That's what I was going to go to. And I'm like, they did circle me back. It was really important for me to talk about like this pain, this lingering pain of like, I can't have my Ace of Cups. I can't have that like beautiful emotional experience again. And this song has been coming up, and it showed up in another reading, but it's coming up again where it's like the first cut is the deepest by Sheryl Crow, right? The first cut is the deepest, baby, I know. And it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, it is. Dude, it sucks when things don't work out the first time. But it's like, it gets easier. And that is, oh my gosh, that's the quantum growth they're talking about. They're like, the more you try, the better you get, the more less time it takes to actually get to implementing the thing that you want to do. So you need to try again and again and again and again until it is actually the thing that you want it to be. Because this like Ace of Cups is so delicious and so sweet. And you are worthy of having that. You are worthy of having that. Justice, literally. Justice is served. What is this justice about? Holy cow. The Seven of Swords has been on the bottom, and I shuffled it, and I saw it, and I was like, I don't know about this, but it's there, and this deck is freaking magical, so I'm like, it's there. It is there. Seven of Swords. Sneaky. Ooh. There's some part of you that wants to, like, take short... That was another thing I was going to share, is, like, these viral moments people have... They're not sustainable. And that's the thing. Again, Capricorn, 5th house, Mars. You're wanting to build sustainability. 2222 on the timer, as I said that. Sustainability. Because what you're creating is a lot bigger. And it's not a instant like hit, instant fix, instant thing. Seven of Swords is very interesting. Only when experiences are stretched beyond the five senses can perception of reality behind the transient of material forms be grasped. On the other side of limitations, which set the condition for earthly existence, the individual consciousness can be experienced as a part of the universal consciousness. Consciousness, as an experience of the spiritual reality, becomes a sense of awareness of the bridge between spirit and matter. The impulses of the creative spirit manifest as a resonance in the fields of higher reality, which are expressed in levels of increasing density. The experiences of higher level of energy bring insight into fundamental processes upon which material appearances rest. When the recognition of creative abilities is finally reached with the individual, he creates his own reality. If man becomes aware of his own divine spark, he will also find it in others. Again, sparks of light too, right? There's something about recognition of that within you. And it's so interesting, his differentiation between like the Seven of Swords, right? Because I saw that and I just was thinking of the traditional meaning, which is written here as illusion, misleading, confusion, material relativity, cunning, and exposing the truth. And Spirit's like, that's what you're doing in this reading to you guys, is exposing you the truth that there is a part of you that would rather have the viral moment or the instant gratification. But again, when we go back to the origin source of you and who you are as a person, and I'm not making that bad. I'm not making the desire for instant success bad. Yeah, I think we all would want that, right? But we don't take the fun out of the growth, right? It's about the journey, not the destination. It's the friends you make along the way. And that's what Spirit's really like trying to show to you, is that the justice, this It's you showing up for you. It's you being your number one fan. It's you being your mom. It's you being your dad. It's you like genuinely rebuilding your entire essence from the ground up. And I know we're talking about your creativity, your drive, your desire that wants to be made manifest, but it starts at such a deeper nuanced level, right? Whew, we've been going deep, guys. How deep is your love? The empty room is still at the bottom here. I heard like it's factory, like a factory reset. Tell me about this Ace of Cups and Justice energy. The Destroyer. I just find that amusing. Okay. The Destroyer, the Sustainer, the Heart, and the Lover. Guys, why has every reading kind of been doing this? It's like I carve into like the depths of your psyche and like this thing that you want to create, but like there's always this result of like love that's just been popping up at the end, and Spirit's like, it's a little treat, it's a little reward for this work. And it's not like the Spirit's like, we're not dangling a carrot in front of you. This is just a result of you doing the things that you desire to do. When you follow your desire, it's going to lead to more desire and more like abundance. And with the Destroyer and the Sustainer, it's like you have to destroy the past version of yourself that didn't get your justice, or that Ace of Cups. It's almost like, and Spirit's saying, it's because what you put on the highest tier of like what you want in life was built from a false illusion of what you think success looks like. And that's what really, I love that this is humbling, because I know you are able to receive this. I know that you are here and you're able to receive this. What is it you truly desire? What is that? You might need to take some time to like actually sit with it, to actually be with your desire. What do you desire? Now I'm hearing, you are my fire. And it's like, is it love? Has it been this illusion of like, I want a successful business? And it's actually like, I would love to like build that with a person. It's like, at the end of the day, like, what is it that you want to return to? Is it a sense of freedom? Is it a sense, and this is where I kind of unfold into like core desired feelings, like what do you want to feel? What and how do you want to feel day in and day out? That is the baseline Spirit wants you to start operating from. That is the sustainable energy in which you can build after this has been white. And Uranus is going to be coming in to support that. Like really shifting some, and they're like, we're cleaning the pipes. Like they're breaking down some like stagnant energy and like allowing movement in again at a like really profound level. And the Heart and the Lover, guys, like I genuinely didn't expect this to come out in this reading, but I'm also not surprised. I heard expect the unexpected. So, as always, take what resonates. And that's a lot of cards. Just one card, please. That's still a lot of cards. One card, please. This deck is like, I'll show you. Oh my God. Okay. The Chariot. Oh my God, the Three of Swords and the Lovers. And the Three of Swords in this deck is completely different. It's like, I love it. And I'm going to kind of relay that to you. And the Lover, look at this Lover's card, guys. We've got the Chariot. There's movement forward, but it's like, that's what the Three of Swords is like, you need to remove, it's nobody else's responsibility to remove those swords for you. Right? This pain, this ache. Oh my gosh. And the freaking Seven of Swords is still at the bottom of the deck, guys. Like, there is... When are you going to be honest with yourself? I love you guys. I do. But like, when are you going to be honest with yourself of what you really want and the hurt that you've experienced, and like being real about that? Three of Swords. I want to like give you guys a big friggin' hug. Because it hasn't been easy. I'm going to be so honest. It has not been easy. Three of That's Three of Spheres, Three of Swords. With astute observation, we see this card concerns testing and evaluating our own thoughts and the resulting world view. The traditional meaning of this card has more of a negative feeling, which relates to a decision made against one's feelings. If our own view of the world does not withstand the critical observation, it falls apart. Every disillusion might be painful, yet disillusion means that previously one was under an illusion. In the sense of disappointment, this means freedom and freedom from ignorance. A mind that is ready to learn is distinguished by peaceful clarity, without identification with judgments. In trusting the power of insight, prejudices can be eliminated. By neutrally observing reality, man experiences deeper consciousness. Preconceived opinions and judgments lose their meaning, and their self-created worldview is seen as relative to the light of new discovery. During the playful interchange between perception and discovery, the seer, seen, and seeing blend into an inseparable entity. The ability of the mind to unite different aspects of existence gives man the strength to create something new. In the synthesis of reason and feeling, man is in the position to develop and express artistic abilities that move his heart. It's like, through this creation, through you actually, again, following that baseline feeling of your joy and your creativity and like allowing it to, your relationship with your life and with the world is just a direct mirror of soon to be your relationship with the person that is coming in. And so there's this invitation to look deeper at, how are you in relationship with the world? Is there a flow? Is it easy? Is it like actually like moving the way you wanted to? Beautiful. If it's not, that's the invitation deeper. And I know I'm talking to a various like amount of people that are at different parts in their journey, right? We're all at different parts, but I like to say it's like the same word, different font, right? It just has different textures and tones to it right now, especially Mercury and Taurus right now. Definitely that. And so there's a shift of frequency, and I'm filming this when Mercury is squaring Pluto right now, and Pluto goes retrograde tomorrow. Definitely check out my Substack deep dive. I coined this week as the new frontier is within you. And that this reading feels really resonant of that. Now, this is a timeless reading as always, but there is something about this, this love coming in. As soon as you decide to remove these swords from your heart, and as soon as you decide to like shift your perception, there's nothing standing in your way. Again, it's always been you. I do want to inquire about this love. So some of you might want to pop away if you're good with the rest of the reading. I'm going to dive into this love energy because I'm curious. We have Capricorn at the bottom. Okay, interesting. Capricorn. A Capricorn. All right, tell me about this love spirit that is coming in for the person as they've removed their swords, as they've done the work that you've shared in this reading. We have Earth, grounded. So Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, energy, third house, communication. I'm feeling a little bit of anxiety too as I'm tuning into this energy. We have a card that fell, so extra points for this card. Waxing gibbous. Okay, that's interesting because that means like it's close to a full moon. 11th house, community energy. You might know them through like your community. You might know them through, or they come through your friend's new moon. How would they know? Saturn return, the moon, and opposition. Your moons might oppose each other. Saturn is you're probably like Saturn is in the same sign as your natal Saturn right now, or like that's when that movement's coming potentially, or there's bigger Saturn return. I'm like, wait, I'm confused. Sati Sati, which is when Saturn is on the moon. There is like, tell me about the opposition. Black Moon Lilith. This person is not at all what you've been with. They're not at all. Like the people that you've been with relationally in the past, this person's completely different, and it's meant to be that way. It's meant to be that way. Stellium at the bottom. It's like, yeah, they're vastly different. Anything else? Jupiter. They just showed me like a swelling tide where it's like you're going to open yourself up to receive, and it's going to be a little bit like being emotionally pummeled. Yeah, square. It's like, so my invitation is like, take your time, take your space, communicate. Okay. Anything, I kind of want to inquire about the person. Who's the person? The ocean. Talking about the tides, ocean. They might live at the ocean. The queen. Oh, I heard they are, the empty room, the stone, Althea, and the kiss. And the queen in the ocean. They see you as like, this is a perception of you, like your emotions, and whoa. I'm gonna talk like, because I know I have some masculines watching this. Like, this person is like, they have a depth to them. Your feminine has like this depth, this greatness, and like it's like this is everything and all I've been looking for. And it is different, and it's going to be different. And it's like, for my masculines, it's not going to be this like nitpicky energy. It's like deeply sensual, wild, a little bit unpredictable, but in the way that like they move is so like rich and sensual, and really is that queen energy. And for my feminines, that's how the masculine's seeing you. So everything I just shared, that's how you're being perceived. Now we have the empty room, the stone, Althea, and the kiss. It's like, they're also clearing shop. They're also undergoing a like exfoliation. I heard like an evacuation. Interesting. Interesting evacuation. But a clearing of their own space internally, externally. They might be moving to you, or like they might have moved, or there's something about movement here. And truth and kiss, it's like you're just the bridge. The moment you two become like physically like close, there's nothing that's going to stop the gravitational pull of the two of you coming together. Last card here, the medallion. There's this deep admittance on both sides of like wanting this depth of connection, this level of being together, this level of, and also I'm seeing the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, again, legacy. Like whatever the two of you decide to build together is going to be something that lasts a long time. I'm going to leave this reading here. If you would like to dive deeper into this energy, my readings are open, natal chart readings too. And of course, the best way you guys can support me, liking, sharing, commenting, all those things help support the channel and the work that I'm doing here. I would love to invite you guys into my community space. Everything I ever mention is going to be linked down below as always. And my newsletter, definitely check that out too, guys. I wrote some really cool stuff about the astrology for this week and every week. Every Monday it hits your inbox, okay? I love you guys. Bye.